Hey guys, what's up? It's Jessica. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming today, for tuning in. I literally got threats from you guys like, girl, don't make another video until you make that makeup tutorial. Okay, I don't want to hear about your haircut. I don't want to hear about nothing. Where's the makeup tutorial at? You guys, we're not playing games. You wanted this makeup tutorial, so I'm just giving you what you want, okay? This is the makeup tutorial that you guys requested. This is my everyday, if I were to wear makeup every day, my everyday simple, sexy, basic baddie makeup tutorial. Hey, this look is all about the glow, girl, from the highlight to the skin. I'm telling you, this is like a diva chocolate, milk chocolate with almonds sprinkled in it type of look. You're gonna get your life today. And what I love about this look is that literally I'm looking at my table and there's minimal products. Literally, I didn't use a lot of products at all. So if you are a girl who loves golden, just glowy looks, you're gonna love this video. I try to incorporate a lot of affordable products in this look with just a sprinkle of high-end, just a little boom, a little, that's it. It's literally my go-to look when I want that simple, basic, sexy look. And before we dive into the video, why don't you just click on that red subscribe button right there so you can just watch my videos and be a part of the family. And don't just run away, not just yet. You gotta hit that bell right there. Hey, so you get notified every time I post my videos. All right, you guys, without further ado, let's dive into the video. So I'm starting off with freshly washed, cleansed, masked, moisturized skin. I love to start off my day, especially when I'm doing this type of look, with a mask that specifically gives me like a really nice glow. So do y'all see the glow? You see the glow? That's what you want to start off with whenever you're doing a look that's focusing on like glowing skin. You want to start off with that type of base. Now I'm going to prime my skin. I'm going to use my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and we're just going to apply this to the skin. So my skin is primed, and now we're going to use this foundation by Black Opal. I'm going to be using their True Color Pore Perfecting Liquid Foundation in the shade, what's the shade? Beautiful Bronze. What I love about this foundation is that it gives me like a true match foundation. It matches my skin tone perfectly. It has the right amount of golden in there, which, man, it's everything. This is some thick foundation, girl. You don't need a lot of this stuff. Like, that's probably too much right there. I'm just gonna put one more right there, and we're just gonna blend her in. This is like one of my favorite drugstore foundations. The formula of this, y'all, it's bomb. Let me know if you guys have ever tried this foundation before. And it's definitely buildable, so if you wanted to do full coverage with this, girl, you can get full coverage from this foundation. Okay, so now that our foundation is sitting on our face, I'm going to move in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm going to set my foundation, because this foundation, although the coverage is beautiful, it does have a tendency to get oily on my skin. It's not a mattifying foundation, but it also, yeah, so it can get oily, and because it's not like a very long wearing foundation, it can kind of move around, and we want her to stay put. So I'm just going to take my puff and press it into my translucent powder, and then I'm just going to press it into my skin, and it instantly reduces the shine. Okay, so I'm just going to go into my brows and give them some shaping, girl, because they need help. And I love using this pencil. This is the NYX brow pencil. I know I've said it before, but I really love this pencil, you guys. It's like the right amount of dryness to it. I really am not a fan of creamy brow pencils. I feel like they move around, it doesn't stay put. And this one, for the price, it's pretty good. So like an everyday makeup look is different for everybody. Some people like super glam, full coverage. Some people like it minimal and very simple. I like the balance, like right in between. I like to look like basic baddie-ish, you know, simple, sexy, that type of vibe. So I am going to use the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the shade Carmel. And I love this because she's slim thick, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's not like really thick and she's not skinny. She's like slim thick, right in between. This is like my favorite everyday concealer. If I were to wear makeup every day, this would be the concealer that I would wear. I just feel like it gives you a really nice coverage without being too heavy. So again, if this is not your zhuzh for everyday makeup, you can totally skip this, girl. I'm gonna do some contouring with my Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the shade, what's this, chestnut? Yes, chestnut. And I'm gonna buff it out with this e.l.f. This is an e.l.f. brush. This is like a buffing brush. I love this brush so much. And I just like to tap in there first. I like to tap. And then once the product is kind of like settled in my skin, and then I like to just go in there and just buff. And kind of merge the highlighting concealer with the contour concealer. And it gives me like an airbrush look. Boom, look at that. And then taking my beauty blender and then further just merging and cooking everything together, marinated it all together. Okay, so to set the areas where we applied our highlighting concealer, I'm going to use my Sasha Buttercup pressed or loose powder. Now sometimes I like to go in with my pressed powder. Actually, I'm going to go in with my pressed powder first. So I'm going to go with my Sasha compact little pressed powder in the shade Buttercup, and as you can see, she's loved, girl. She's very loved. And I'm going to apply that to the areas where I highlighted. Then I go in with my Sasha Buttercup loose setting powder, taking that same brush, and I'm just going to set it again. I like to double set. You know what I'm saying? It helps the makeup stay in place longer. So moving on to eyes now, I'm going to be taking my absolute favorite. Like, if you don't know this is my favorite by now, have you really been watching my videos? This is the Tartelette in Bloom palette by Tarte, and literally if the days of the week were a palette, it'd be this one right here. Everything you need is in here. It has very like neutral, warm mauve shades, and I think they just complement my skin tone beautifully. So if I just want to do a matte look, I can do that. There's a couple of shimmers in here, and literally this is like the most basic everyday look you could do. I literally do the same look every single video that you guys see, with an exception of me doing like a specific look. But if it's just like me just chatting with you guys, I'm doing the same look. So I go into this palette and I use the shade Rebel, which is this one right here, and it's this mauve gorgeous shade. I love this shade so much. It doesn't get more basic than this. There's really not much to it. I just take this and I swipe it in my crease. How basic can you be, right? Like, this is so basic, but it instantly warms up your eye. It makes you look like you did way more than what you actually did, girl. Like, they don't need to know that you don't really feel like doing makeup, you know what I'm saying? And this palette, I feel like it just makes you look like you did a lot more than what you actually did. It's the illusion of effort. Okay, so you see how that instantly just warmed up my eye? Look at that. So once that's complete, I'm gonna take my finger and I'm going to put it into Firecracker, which is this shade right here. She is well loved, girl. She gets a lot of attention, okay? And I literally just swirl my finger in there just like that and tap it, girl. This is all I do, literally. It's definitely like a shimmery mocha. She's giving me mocha vibes. As your friend, I'm telling you, you need this palette. If you're just looking for a good everyday palette, I have not like a whole bunch of palettes, but I have quite a few palettes, and this is the one that I use like all the time. Like, if we wanted to stop the tutorial right here, we good. I'm done. I'm ready to go. So a lot of you guys in my last video were like, girl, your lashes. I need the tea on the lashes. They are one of my favorite lashes. They're super inexpensive. They are the Ardell Wispy Lashes. This is their glamour wispy lashes, and when I need like a basic baddie look, those are my go-to, girl, because they just make the look just pop. Now I'm just gonna dust off that powder that I had. Take your brush and just roll it around, buff it into the skin. Now I'm gonna go in with my face powder, my all over face powder. I'm using MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in dark, and take my puff and just press it into the skin. Totally forgot to line my eyes, so I'm just gonna go take my Rimmel liner, and this is their Scandalous eyes, and I love this liner so much. Drugstore, it's amazing, okay, it's amazing. Then I'm gonna go in with my black Radiance contour palette. This is the medium dark one, and I'm just gonna go into that contour shade right there and just bronze and warm up my skin. I really like this palette. I've been finding myself using this a lot more because my Stila bronzer is almost out, and I was real sad about that, but I'm so happy they sent me this. They sent me two, and it was just sitting in my little stash, not getting no love. Pull it out, and I'm really digging this. Now for blush, I'm going to be using this blush palette that I have been loving for my everyday looks lately. It's the e.l.f. blush palette, gorgeous shades. I'm gonna be taking, which shade am I gonna use? I'm gonna use this shade right here. See that? It's cute. She's real cute. And then I'm just gonna mix a little bit of this one in there with it. So just going back and forth between the two. Yes. Okay, so for highlight, I'm going to be using two highlighters, and you guys were really digging my highlight. Like, you guys have been asking, girl, what are you using? So I like to start off with my Urban Decay Naked Illuminating. I think it's like a baked highlighter, but it's this one right here, and I love this shade. The shade is called Lit, okay? Appropriately named because this shade is definitely lit. So I take my e.l.f. Highlighting brush, tap that in there, shake it off, and just swirl her around. It's a really gorgeous gold color, and I just like to move her just over here, and where everywhere when I hit an angle, boom, the light hits it. Once we're lit, get it? Once we're lit. Okay, after I finish applying lit, I like to go in with Becca's Champagne Pop. These two combos together, it's a crime scene, I'm telling you. This is such a gorgeous highlight. Oh my god. You gotta get the tip of the nose, you gotta get your Rudolph on. Feel me? And then your Cupid's bow. After we've applied the highlighter, I'm going back into that Tartelette palette in that shade Rebel. And I'm going to apply this to my waterline, or my bottom lash line. And this is like lightly smudging and smoking. And you cannot forget about the inner tear duct, girl. You gotta draw the light. You gotta draw people into the inner. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Funny Girl, the shade right here, and dab that in and apply that. Okay, so now we're on to the lips. I'm going to line my lips with, what is this? Pitch by Colourpop. Then I move on to the NYX Lingerie lipstick in the shade After Hours. And now I'm gonna take Cabaret Show and just put her right here. Now to top this all off, to really bring that glow, I'm gonna take my Jouer lip topper in the shade Tan Lines. Oh my, I have two of these, guys. These are freaking amazing. I love this. You guys are always asking, like, what lipstick is that? It's pretty much the same lipsticks I always wear, but if I have that like gold sheen, 9 times out of 10 it may be this. Oh my god, do you see that? Do you see what it just did? Do you see what it just did to my life? Girl, this right here takes your lipsticks from 0 to 100. Just saying. I can't even talk. What am I supposed to say? I'm speechless. What am I gonna say after this? Shut down. Now I'm gonna take my NYX setting spray, the matte finish, and let's pray that the edges, I mean, they already frizzing up, but let's pray this doesn't do more damage. Lastly, what I like to do is to go in back into that Urban Decay powder, that highlighting powder, and just, you know, let's go there, girl. Let's highlight the shoulders. This is how you get that glow. Highlight your collarbone. And you see what it does? It instantly gives you that summer sun-kissed glow. Like, I've been on vacation. I've been on vacation all week, y'all. Alright, you guys, this is the completed look, and this is absolutely my favorite makeup look to do. It's simple, it's easy, gives you a glow. What more can you ask for, really? If you want to see more makeup tutorials like this one, all you gotta do is hit that like button. That lets me know that you are feeling these videos. You want to see more. You want to see more of this. If you stayed to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you know, you might as well just watch the rest of my videos. You can watch all of these videos right here that I have. You can watch my latest video about this haircut, and you can also watch this playlist right here. Get your life. Alright, you guys, that is all for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!